in these camps at Great Millstone, bro, the Lord knows it all. Ain't no secret that's too big. The scriptures say the Most High gonna reveal everything in time, man. So all the shit y'all bring out, y'all try to talk about leadership. Look, if leadership is being wicked, the Most High is gonna deal with it regardless. Nobody's exempt from it. Not us, not y'all, not them, not them. It's gonna all happen in due time, man. That's why us as men of the Lord, just do what we gotta do and keep our face out the bullshit, man.
Yeah.
Prophesy, man. Because you got Jake, they don't even prophesy no more, man. They don't talk about the so-called white man. All of a sudden, the camps is the worst thing now. The camps is the big bad boogeyman.
Yeah.
Here you got the Edomite getting ready to bring and release another man-made virus on humanity.
Yeah.
Getting ready to lock down again. Yeah. Okay, come down with great rap, but you bitching about what a man said to you 5 years ago.
Niggas dying suddenly every day.
Here this nigga's taking taxes out your check. Here he's poisoning you, man.
Right.
Taking food out your children's mouth, but you got to alt with me because I came off to you a certain way.
Yeah, I told you get your shit together.
Get your shit, man.
Another precept. It's the book of Proverbs 24 verse 16.
Speak up, bye.
Book of Proverbs 24 verse 16. For a just man falleth 7 times and riseth up again, but the wicked shall fall into mischief. You know, like the brother said, hey, it's one thing you fall out and you get kicked out, you know, and you continue to push the work and teach the correct doctrine the same way. Just keep your mouth shut, keep it good, take it on the chin and keep going. But it's another if you quit the truth altogether and you just go back into the world, man. Or you begin to talk shit about brothers or bring out secrets. You know?
But most of it is because Jake got an ego. Jake have ego problems. Everybody wants to be important in what they really are.
Right.
At the end of the day, hey man, what the Lord say? He said, look, don't say that we got the Abraham as our fathers.
To our fathers.
Shit, I can raise stones up to you. So at the end of the day, we ain't nothing but vessels that the Lord is using.
Yep.
The Lord see fit that you ain't worthy no more than the Lord get rid of your ass, okay? You had your run, now you gotta go.
One thing I remember you saying, Knock, you said save your ego for your woman, man. That's when you flex that shit. That's when you that nigga, quote unquote.
Yeah.
When you around brothers, man, what it say? Him that make himself the lowest brother shall be exalted.
That's right, yeah, save your ego for your woman, man. You can flex on your woman all day. That's your property. You can do what the hell you want to do in that situation. You go home and say, look, King Kong ain't got shit on me. That's your house.
Yeah.
What you do?
Yeah, you let your nuts hang around her.
Don't come around here with that shit. Hey, you ain't got nothing to prove to us, man.
Right.
And you damn sure ain't trying to prove nothing to you niggas.
Right.
Straight up.
Yeah, wasn't Yahweh Shai the example, man?
Yeah.
He's the king of kings over everything. But he said we're gonna be joint heirs, man.
He said he made himself with no reputation.
Yeah.
He made himself with no reputation, man.
Yeah.
When they wanted to crown him king and exalt him, what he do? He ran from it. Like, no, I can't do it. And that's hard being in this society because you know when somebody commends you, you be feeling good and shit. Like the scriptures say, let another man esteem you. That's okay. But you still got to remember there's room for growth. You know, there's room for growth. It feel good when you go get love from brothers when, you know, brothers see your work and they commend you for it. I'm not going to lie, it feels very good. But it keeps you humble because, you know, you want to continue to grow. Like when we go out of town all the time, brothers commend us all the time. Man, brother, out there doing your thing. Only thing I can do is put my head down and be like, hey, man, the water, you know, but hey, I'm just trying to make it like you, man. Yeah. I don't make that shit. We walk around like, yeah, I know I'm. Hell nah. Shit, like when we was in Wisconsin, man, and we caught the rebuke. That shit really brought my spirit because I felt in my spirit. I'm like, yeah, this is where it's at. This is where we need to be, and this is what we should be doing. Brother pulled him to the side, say, look, bro, you shouldn't even have your head down. He said, bro, you do good works for the Lord. I said, in my mindset, you may see that, but me, I got too much to measure up to, bro. But that's just my own personal growth. You got to set the bar high, man, for yourself.
That's right.
So you can reach that motherfucker, man.
That's right.
Go ahead, bro.
This is Sirach 10, verse 24. It says, great men and judges and potentates shall be honored, yet there is none of them greater than he that feareth the Lord.
Exactly, man. Great men, okay, that fear the Lord. Hey, look at matter of fact, King David. When Samuel came to anoint the king of Israel, they didn't consider David. Samuel was like, wait a minute, who is this young man? You know why he chose David? Because he was the lowliest. He was a watcher over the sheep, okay, which is a very humble role. Very humble. When you a teller of the sheep, that's a very lowly role because sheep are very docile, they're timid. know, they're just to themselves, so to speak. And it's a very it's a humbling thing.
Yeah, it's a very unnoticed role too, doing that type of job. You're just working with farm animals. Nobody really thinks about, hey, there's somebody out there that's actually taking care of that lamb that you just bought from the grocery store. Herding it, bringing it in, feeding it hay. That's a very simple way of working.
Yeah.
And you got a nigga named like Absalom, that guy, okay, that was all into his appearance and just a vain dude. You know what I'm saying? Men go out by that way. You know, guys like that want to be exalted.
Right.
You know? But it's not
A little
about
bit more.
Right, so one thing too, hey, if your head's already hitting the ceiling, how can you have room to grow?
Shit, God.
You gotta think about that, man.
Yep.
If your head is already hitting the fucking ceiling in your house, you're tall as shit, how can you have room to grow? If you keep getting bigger, you're gonna look more ridiculous living in a little bitty ass house. You're gonna have to elevate, man.
God. You can't put the ceiling on yourself. Jake would be like, oh, I just know these 10 scriptures and that's it. That's all I want to do. No, man. I mean, obviously the Lord gives his portion, but you got to have the spirit of wanting to grow, wanting to be more. That's what we trying to say.
Jake get too comfortable.
It's a little bit more. Sirach 10 verse 24 again. Great men and judges and potentates shall be honored, yet there is none of them greater than he that feareth the Lord. Unto the servant that is wise shall they that are free to do service, and he that had knowledge will not grudge when he is reformed. You see?
Beautiful, man.
You ain't gonna grudge when you're reformed because you know that with that knowledge, you're like, all right, this is for my betterment.
Yeah.
What a woman would do, you sit your woman down, you tell her things she need to work on. Oh, it's a fight. It's a fight. She ain't taking it from a growth mindset.
Right.
She taking it from, oh, I'm not good enough mindset, and they get offended at that. A couple more. It say, Sirach 10 verse 26. Be not overwise in doing thy business, and boast not thyself in the time of distress. You know, cause hey, being not overwise, we don't have all the answers. Just as bro said, and he the head of the camp. And now he has other heads and other elders that he can go to. That's what it's about. Having that spirit of I can do it all, I can figure it out. You'll figure out your way to a missile.
That'll kill you, man.
Yeah. Verse 27. Better is he that laboreth and aboundeth in all things than he that boasteth in himself and wanted bread. You see, when you boast yourself, hey, turned out you desolate, man.
Right.
That nigga Nazariah, he was one that boasts himself. Now he's one in bread. He don't have the bread of life.
Right.
He got niggatry and lineups and cigars, man.
Right.
But it say, my son, glorify thy soul in meekness and give it honor to the dignity thereof.
Yeah. Meekness, man. That's what bro was just speaking about, man. That's very, very important. That's an attribute that the Lord said the elect were gonna have. All right. So if that spirit is not on you, you need to examine yourself, man. Am I in the right spirit? I had a real quick precept. Psalms 149:4. If the Lord Yahweh taketh pleasure in his people, he will beautify the meek with salvation. All right. So you're not gonna always get doing a great job, brother. This and that, man. If you are really a meek person, our glory is being saved by the Most High, man. That's when we're gonna be glorified.
Sometimes you're not gonna get. Sometimes you may just go completely unnoticed. You do a lot of work and ain't nobody even looking at you, man.
Yeah.
But that's part of humility. You just got to deal with it. In your spirit, you like, man, you know, I'm doing the best I can. But see, you got to question the fact too. Are you doing it to get commended from men?
Right.
Hey, another man outside of your house ain't gonna put no crown on your head, man.
Right.
So when you think about it, man, you really supposed to be in this thing for you and your how shy, man.
That's right.
Fuck who gives you the credit, man. Because you got men that's popular that's gonna get it just because, and then you got men, it's the men that build the ship that you don't really see.
Yeah.
You know, like when you look at the Titanic, you know who kept it running? Them niggas that was working at the bottom floor. They kept that ship afloat, man. Yeah. And them the ones that them the ones that put in that hard work.
Yeah.
They gonna be exalted, man.
They don't get the trophies.
Yeah. Not the nigga that was
shine.
drinking for free in first class.
Yeah. Then again, there's dudes that these other Israelites, they just know that they a man of the Lord.
Yeah.
And they get left behind.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because I mean, hey, it's a lot of things that you do when you're prophesying, and it's a lot of work that's put in. Some brothers might get discouraged, even with the YouTube thing. You might be like, oh, nobody watched my video.
Yeah.
I got 0 views a day, or I got 7 views this week. That's it. No, man. Look, you have a gigantic crowd watching you, and that's the angels, man.
That's right.
The angels is watching you, man,
Yeah.
and they reporting up to you. And also, ultimately, who's watching is Yahweh while Yahweh Shai. They watching, man. That's the only audience you should really give a damn about at all.
Yeah. Huh?
I mean, yeah, of course you desire to wake up a hopeful elect, you desire to get some fruit, you know, but the Lord sees what you're doing, man, and you'll be rewarded openly.
Right.
I got a couple scriptures. The first one, James 1 verse 9. Let the brother of low degree rejoice in that he is exalted, but the rich that he is made low, because as the flower of grass he passeth away. And then one more, Sirach 11 verse 1. Wisdom lifted up the head of him that is of low degree, and maketh him sit among great men.
Yeah. Oh, that's a prime example, man. The only way I feel better about myself in this fucking society is this truth, man. We're not men of high degree.
Right.
We wouldn't have any self-esteem in this place if it wasn't for this truth, man.
That's right.
When you really look out the world, there's nothing but death in this place.
That's right, man.
You know?
Bro, I went to see that movie, Megan.
I gotta watch this.
That shit was
got
cool. That shit was good. I might go check it, man. That shit was pretty cool, man. But see, sitting in that movie theater, the average person kind of know what's going on, but they don't see it. Back in my mind, I'm like, this is gonna be they got shit like this. They got shit like this, and these people think it's just a fucking horror movie. I'm like, this is basically what they show you what they want to do. And with that conviction to the Holy Spirit, in my mind, we already got an advantage on the rest of the world, man. You know? What is that?
Drop something.
What, the helicopter?
I think so.
Is that a drone?
Can't tell. Sorry.
Might be in
I
change.
think they dropped that shit out.
Oh yeah, like a balloon or something.
Could be.
Some trash fell out the damn helicopter. That's some money.
It's lucky.
Yeah, man. But going back to that, so just watching a movie like that, and like that scripture say, with that wisdom, you already foresee it. You already have an advantage on everybody in this society, man.
Yeah.
Because when shit like that go down, you got a group of Chucky dolls running out here killing people. You gonna already know what it is, man. You know, they gonna be bugging out. Oh my God, what did we do? I'm like, shit. What you mean? What did we do? What you gonna do?
What you gonna do?
You know?
Right. Because people see when they go to the movies, there's a term called escapism. That's really what the movie theaters is offering you.
Yeah.
The ability to escape reality. But what these people don't realize is that these things in these movies, the Lord can make a reality, man. When we watch a movie, we don't think of it, we're in this parallel. We go like, that shit probably gonna happen, man.
Right.
Or a version of it. You know? We don't see the world the way other people see the world, man. And that's how we could lift ourselves up.
I can't, I can't wait till the Most High start fucking these women up, man.
Yeah.
They too fucking proud, man.
Proud as hell.
Hey, they say last year 60,000 black women got kidnapped, man. Call lawyer
Yeah.
Howard Shai, man.
Yeah.
And you know why they walk around here like that? Because they know that
yeah,
they got the popo online. They could call 911, man.
Right. I just saw the video, a 2-minute video, Keisha on TikTok, man. Somebody tried to get me.
Yeah.
She
would have aired them.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Man,
And that's a spirit too, man. 'Cause earlier this morning, I took the kids to volunteer for some shit, right? And they had some teenagers that popped up there, and you got this young nigga woman, man. She couldn't have been more than 13, 14 years old. Man, she got one of them damn training bras on, like, you know, the smaller ones for teenage girls. They got her whole fucking stomach out. Unzip the hoodie off, turn that shit off. No bra on, nothing. Proud as fuck. Looking around, just loose as hell, man. 13, 14 years old dressing like that, man. I'm like, you gonna put the parents know you out like that?
Oh yeah.
right.
Those are thoughts in training.
Like she was, like, what the fuck, man? Hey. That's why a lot of these women get kidnapped.
Yeah, then the
What I
ones that get
found out
popped in
too
the
is that
bathroom.
when them little chicks be like that, a lot of their parents set them up with sugar daddies, man. Like, it was like young chicks, 16, 17, she was dating a dude that was like in his 60s, man. I'm like, how the fuck your parents didn't find out about that?
Yeah.
Their parents put them on to it.
Got that money.
Yeah.
That's what happened to R. Kelly, man.
Yeah.
You don't think no parents knew, man? They was, man. They like, look, sweetie, that's R. Kelly.
Yeah.
You should have busted open for R. Kelly.
Yeah.
Right? Get this check. That's what happened, man.
Oh yeah, they brought it out that Aaliyah's family owns the rights to R. Kelly's first 3 albums.
See?
So, in agreeing that they won't sue for them getting married.
You know?
Which technically they ain't going off because you're supposed to sell your daughter, but you're supposed to give your daughter to a man of wisdom.
Right.
Not a nigga that's gonna piss on him.
Yeah,
Right.
now they just training these girls, as I said, to be thoughts and training, man.
Right. Right.
This girl dressing like that, she getting a train ran on her in 5th period, man. She's supposed to be in math class.
Yeah, like that back in the day, back in 95 and 96, you had a little girl by the name of Jean Benet Ramsey, man. What the hell you think they was gonna do with her? Little girl was 5 years old. She was like a Shirley Temple type. You remember that? With that little white girl, Jean Benet Ramsey, man, allegedly they found her dead in the house. They made a big deal out of it. Yeah, you gotta look it up, man. But basically, the little girl was like 7 or 8 years old. She used to wear makeup and shit. You know, she was just American. She was like basically, she was probably Shirley Temple in a reincarnation. She looked just like her, man.
Yeah, kind of.
You know, but yet, you know, when they start the kids up from stardom that young, man, it's because they got plans for them. Man.
Yeah. They got something in this society called beauty pageants.
Yeah.
All right. You got these little 5, 10-year-old girls dolled up in makeup, wearing. They got the swimsuit competitions. You know what I'm saying? Basically, whoring out children, man.
Yeah, kind of. Precept Sirach 7 verse 25, marry thy daughter, and so shalt thou have performed a weighty matter.
Yeah.
But give her to a man of understanding.
Yeah, right. Because why is it called you performing a weighty matter, man? Because a daughter is a burden to have in your household, man. That's a virgin, man. It's a burden to have her there. You know why? Because she could play the harlot. You know, she could go off and fuck some nigga and make you look stupid, man. When you try to actually marry her off to a real man.
Yes.
You know, the
Yes.
scriptures speak about when you marry your daughter off. Sometimes they'll do something called the occasions of speech, where the man will go into the bedroom and say, "Look, this ain't no virgin, man.
Oh yeah.
That's a shame to a man."
Bro, yeah.
So when a father successfully marries off his daughter, and the husband comes out and say, "We good," it's like, whew.
Right.
You know, you like it's a weight off your shoulder, man.
Right. Yeah. If there ain't no blood on the sheet after the wedding night, there's a problem.
Yeah,
Probably you wasn't going in deep enough.
yeah,
And I know that's a lie, because every man in the ancient world, you know, they was coming with the shovel, you know.
right.
The rod of
The
correction.
third with the third leg.
Yeah,
You know, so everything you popping was supposed to bleed.
right. So not only did she make you look foolish and bring a reproach on your house, but now you got to watch your daughter get put to death, man.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know? That's once your daughter gets married, you like, oof,
But
goodness.
that's not the society we live in.
Yeah,
We live in a society at 18, you gonna pay for your daughter to go to college. What's gonna happen, man?
ran
She
through.
getting ran through.
Yeah,
4 straight years. She gonna go out, get herself a quote unquote career, get more ran through, and then she gonna find some dusty ass low level nigga to marry her ass. And have and as bro say, every time had a nerve to wear white.
yeah.
There's
Audacity of you, bro.
there is nothing pure. She done got trains ran on her. She done ate coochie.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She didn't fuck 3 different dudes in one night. But
That
then
shit starts in high school.
but then you're not a man if you don't put a ring on that.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Come on. You even got it's in these movies, man. These little teenage movies. These chicks, you see them, girls in high school. You're gonna go to college a freshman as a virgin.
Oh
You know,
yeah.
they like pressuring you.
Yeah.
You can't go into college as a virgin. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? That's in movies and TV shows.
Woo.
That's why our children here are prey, man. We gotta get the fuck out of here, man.
That's right.
Yep,
You know?
that's right.
Give me Jude 1 to 4, man. Y'all got something.
I got you.
I gotta. I got Matthew. This is the book of Matthew 11:29. It says, "Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and you shall find rest unto your souls." You know, going back to what we were talking to you about the spirit you should be in. You know, meek and lowly in heart. You know, that's what Yahweh Shai described himself of how he is. That's what you should strive to be, man. You don't be having that sense of pride, man. That's another feminine ass spirit too. 'Cause women are the ones that's proud. You know, speaking on to what I saw earlier today, man. That's shit's crazy. 13, 14 years old, man. Around all these grown-ass men, old-ass people in this volunteer center. You got a fucking hoe in there, man. For no reason, dressed like she going to the fucking club.
Shame.
It's ridiculous, man. That's why we, like the brother said, that's why we gotta get the fuck up out of here.
Yeah.
And she was sneaky about the shit because she didn't come in walking in like that. She had a damn zip up hoodie on. Got in there, unzipped that shit, took it off, wontonizing around and shit.
Right. Ready to get popped.
Like, damn, man.
Hey, this place is wicked, man. The shit they got flying around on TikTok, man. You like, I thought I seen it all, but bro, it's every day is just more wickedness coming out. You're seeing shit like that.
Yeah.
And it was the nigga woman, man. You had plenty of Edomite girls the same age. Same age. They in there dressed to get fucking their clothes dirty. You know, in case something spill on them. They got hoodies on, pants on and shit. Some trashy clothes.
Yeah.
Fuck. The only the Israelite woman in there that had that idea to come in there like that.
Right. Right.
This is why you need the men of the Lord.
Right.
Because if it wasn't for us, everybody would be okay with that.
Right.
Especially the way this society going. You got the quote unquote women's lib. The Lord set us up to be the people that say, nah, fuck all of that. That's not cool.
Right. Right. Back in the day, man, the examples of our women that Esau would put on television would be people like Maya Angelou, shit like that.
Yeah,
but
Oprah.
now who is it? It's Megan Thee Stallion now.
Yeah.
You know? Now every woman on the internet is twerking now, man, because of Keisha. Rebellious ass, man. Shit, you want to put the Jude? Jude 1:4. This is Jude 1 verse 4. For there are certain men crept in unawares, who were before of old ordained to this condemnation, ungodly men, turning the grace of our power into lasciviousness, and denying the only Lord, Yahushua Mashiach, the Lord God, our Lord, Yahushua Mashiach.
Right. Now, going back to the point we was making earlier, it says certain men crept in unawares, man. You know, spies in this thing. Reason why we shut down the what they call the Pretty Bus videos, because you know a lot of times when you go on a TV show, the platforms, shit get too interpersonal in different camps and stuff like that. You know, Brothers Link did it for a minute, link up with different camps to kind of get a feel for the spirit. But now when you think about it, it makes sense on why that order came out. You know, and we'll just leave it at that. But you know, a lot of times, man, you know, when we was doing a podcast, you know, with the brother Rapal Moth and stuff like that. And when we answering those personal questions, like when you ask people certain things about you coming into the truth, really that ain't everybody fucking business on why you came into the truth, no matter how you did it. I mean, you could discuss it among your brothers, or if it's a testimony, feel free to bring it out. But certain questions just shouldn't be that direct, man. I get it. Okay, and you know, it makes a lot of sense because you got a lot of men that crept in this thing that's not supposed to be in here. You never know who's a fucking agent, man. I mean, you gon' know, but you don't know. But you know when you need to know. You know, because like Apostle Tahar said, he said it's an agent in every camp, man. Even if they ain't physically in the camp, they came up to the camp before and broke bread. We got people watching this camp, man. Keeping close eyes on this, man. Every move we make is being reported back to the so-called white man. And we ain't doing shit but teaching. Better believe you probably got a tabloid, somebody in your bushes, watching what time you go to bed and shit. Hey, I feel like people watching me all the time, and it ain't just being paranoid. Because I could give a fuck about who's watching me, but you just know somebody's there. You can feel it, man.
Right. And you watch that whole, which that whole thing is probably a psyop anyway, but this guy, Elon Musk, released something called the Twitter files, where they was releasing, they basically was bringing out how they was basically just spying on everybody, man. It came out that the FBI had 80 agents just dedicated to watching people on Twitter, man. On just Twitter. You don't think among the FBI, the CIA, they don't have dossiers and shit on everybody, man? That they don't have people in every region of the country to look at us, especially the ones that they consider extremists. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So Esau's got this shit set up, man, and all of it being exposed now.
Because the World Economic Forum, when they coming up, they got a meeting this year. I think it may be this month, if I'm not mistaken. But basically on how to censorship, getting back into the censorship shit, how to combat this stuff coming out against the elites. Because now it's going to be impossible to speak out against this government, man, sooner than later. And anybody that speaks out against this place, Esau is basically going to penalize you, man. Going to make you disappear. You know, like when the disciples was teaching, when they was getting persecuted, they had to go into hiding. They had to teach on the low. Shit, it was to the point that they had to let Paul down in one of them damn bastards they was looking for him. They had to let him out the window and shit. Because they was basically getting ready to try to kill his ass. Yeah. They said, look, we gonna go on a fast until we kill him. It's like when you go into the second book of Timothy, that was pretty much Paul's last words to him before he was beheaded, man. Going to that history.
Man, appreciate Galatians 2, verse 2, just what you're saying. It says, and I went up by revelation and communicated unto them communicated unto them that gospel which I preach among the Gentiles, but privately to them that were of reputation. Which, you know, Paul, he was on the streets, but you know, you have high level dudes that probably didn't want to be seen, but Paul was still teaching them, man. And that's the ministry is going to get like that when the time of Jacob trouble comes. It's going to be more house to house, you know, person to person. It's not going to be us standing in the middle of the street. But that's a separate side point. But say, but privately to them that were of reputation, lest by any means I should run or had run in vain. But neither Titus, who was with me, being a Greek, was compelled to be circumcised. And that because of false brethren, unawares brought in, who came in privily to spy out our liberty, which we have in Yahushua Hamashiach, that they might bring us into bondage. That was something he had to deal with, was false brethren, people that came in with a certain frontward appearance, but they had ulterior motives.
Right.
Now that's not to say you're supposed to look at every brother like, oh man, you an agent, but you have to keep that in your back of your mind that there is people on here that don't want to get on the chariot, that don't believe in the elect. They just work. They get their check for they get their little yellow envelope with cash in it, and they do what they do.
Right. Yeah. And eventually, you're just gonna be making easy money. Then you spying on us because we don't do nothing. Yeah. You know, you're gonna get the bag easy then because you're gonna be looking at us and like, damn, these guys don't do shit. But go home, study the scriptures, come out and teach, get together from time to time and talk shit like we do. You ain't gonna find brothers on no illegal shit. You ain't gonna find no illegal substances or no illegal weapons or none of that stuff. No fucking chemicals and stuff.
We ain't doing no January 6 plots on the damn Capitol.
Man.
Revelation 14:4. These are they which were not defiled with women, for they are virgins. These are they which follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth. These were redeemed from among men, being the first fruits unto the Most High and to the Lamb, and in their mouth was found no guile. For they are without fault before the throne of the Most High.
Guile goes into deceit. Deceit, man. You know, you guys, man, like, hey, this one nigga gonna say, what do you say? Regardless, man, guile is basically lies and deceit, man. Right? You guys, man, you fought with a lot of lies like the other groups. Nate, man, you was clearly going on, bro. You was clearly blaspheming the name of Yahushua. So that scripture don't refer to you, man. That don't refer to you, Cesariak or Yohana, because God was in your mouth. You know why? Because you speak out against the mark of the beast, man.
Yeah.
That's the next major prophecy is the mark of the beast. The sea hip. And you guys are steady denying it, man. What kind of madness is that? You know? Yep. That's why the elect, man, they gonna be found without blame before Yahushua. Lord's will, we are that number.
Right. Yeah.
Because, hey, look, we tired of suffering, you jakes, man. This shit get old, it get tiring. You know, it weighs down on your spirit. And then on top of that, the burden of doing the work of the Most High week in and week out. Look, it don't get no easier coming out here every week. It don't get easier, man. It gets harder. You know, and when I say harder, meaning that it's more responsibility.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, when you out here, you in the spirit.
Yeah.
But it takes a commitment to come out here every weekend and week out to do this.
Yeah.
And you gotta love what you do. Just the minute you stop loving it, you're gonna despise it, and you're gonna look for excuses. Like a lot of men that get kicked out or walk away, they looking for a reason to get kicked out, man. They want to get disattached from the body.
Yeah.
They want a reason to go back and do what they want to do because it got too hard for them. They fainted. They got
Yeah.
weak.
And that's one thing about this truth, man. I think bro Uriah said it. It's not like an instant financial gain you get doing this, man.
Nah.
You don't when you go home, you don't get a damn ACH deposit to your bank account.
Right, right.
And that's what too many dudes is doing. They looking for outside perks, as you would say.
Shit, you can do the work today, and Monday you can lose your job, your house, your car.
Yeah, your shit negative.
Lose your health, your health.
Hey, that shit, I ain't gonna lie, that shit have to be.
You know? Yeah.
But I was just gonna say that it say faith is the evidence of things hoped for, the substance of things not seen.
Yeah.
That's where the increase is.
Right, right.
And as you did a response to earlier, Yashawamba did that video. Faith will be more valuable than gold in the last days, man.
Very beautiful, man.
Faith, man. That's what you gain in is faith. Now you don't see it because it's not instant right now. Ain't nothing happening.
Right.
But coming out here, man, there's gonna be a reward for it. You just gotta believe it and keep doing it.
Right.
Do we feel like coming out here every week? No. Hell no.
Right.
We do it because we love to do it.
Yeah.
That's right.
Do I feel 100% in the spirit right now? No. You know, body illness is fucking cold. You know, you got shit going on in your life. No. You could be doing other shit, but no, this is what we committed to, man. And it's called endurance.
Right.
Endurance, man.
Yeah.
Okay?
Right.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Hebrews 10.
Somebody give me Sirach 21, start at 19.
Book of Hebrews 10, verse 23.
16.
Let us hold fast the profession of our faith without wavering.
That's right, Doc.
For he is faithful that promise. Now this gave us a comparison analogy, and it called this a profession.
That's right, Doc.
We are professionals, man. And what we do, I was just talking with you about that Taj last night, man. This is a profession. This is something that's supposed to be held in high degree, a certain standard, man. And what is the standard that we're trying to hold degree is a certain level of faith, man. You got to believe in this thing and everything that you do, man. And you got to, and when you're doing this work, you have a certain standard that you have to uphold. And anytime you look at it as a professional, you look at somebody that has high skill in that particular trade than what they're doing. And people look up to that individual, and they go to that individual for some type of advice in that area. So if we are in the profession of faith, then that means you got to show that you got some faith.
That's right.
You're showing it to. Who we got to prove it to?
Yeah.
And how about Shimi Awashai?
I got the definition for profession.
Spirit, I was gonna type it
I got
up.
two of them. One is a paid occupation, especially one that involves prolonged training and formal qualification.
Hey, it's a paid occupation.
Yes.
Where do we get our payment from? What's our payment?
Yeah.
We don't get
Lord.
no fucking payment like these damn three-piece suit pastors out here.
That's right.
Our payment is ultimately is in a bank account right now. It's being stored. It's the spirit of how about you outside, man.
Yeah, trust
We want
fund.
those many mansions he's got saved up for us.
You ain't getting it if you don't stop. You quit your job, you ain't gonna get it.
That's right.
So you gotta really consider what you in, man. You
Yeah.
gotta consider if you got what it takes to go the long way. Hey, the scriptures say, hey, you gotta count the cost. Which one of you sit down and build it, and not wonder if you got the means to finish it, man.
Right.
You got the means to finish